Okay, everybody, this is FrozenFan429 here as my laptop reads till 12:23 a.m. on Friday, February 18th, 2022. Fast Food February continues, and this one's going to be my thoughts on Carl's Jr. Now, Carl's Jr. is a fast food restaurant chain owned by CKE Restaurant Holdings, franchised in North America, South America, Asia, Oceania, Europe, and Africa. Entrepreneur lists Carl's Jr. as number 54 on their top franchise 500 list, which ranks the overall financial strength, stability, and growth rate for the top 500 franchisees in any field across the United States. As of 2016, the parent company of Carl's Jr. and Hardee's has a total of 3,664 franchised or company-operated restaurants in 44 states and 38 foreign countries and United States territories. It was Carl's Drive-In Barbecue first in 1941 through 1956. Carl Karcher was a truck driver, and the wife, Margaret Karcher, borrowed $311, which would be $5,472 in 2020, and on her Plymouth automobile has $15, that's $264 in 2020, to purchase a hot dog cart on corner Florence and Central in Los Angeles. For the newest purchased cart, they sold hot dogs, chili dogs, and tamales for just a dime, which would be $2 in 2020. And a soda for a nickel, which would be $1 in 2020. Within a few years, Carl and Margaret owned and operated 4 hot dog stands in L.A. In 1945, the Karchers moved a short distance to Anaheim, California, opened their first full-service restaurant, Carl's Drive-In Barbecue, at 1108 North Palm Street, now Harbor. In 1946, hamburgers were added to the menu for the first time. In 1956, Karcher opened the first 2 Carl's Jr. restaurants, so named because they were a smaller version of Carl's Drive-In Barbecue restaurant in Anaheim and Brea. First old Carl's Jr. was built in 1956 on the former Jan Street next to St. Boniface Catholic Church and about a half a block away from Anaheim High School. That former Carl's Jr. is now a church's Bethany Hall, while currently restaurants are located 1 block south on Harbor Boulevard. The 4 flagships Carl's Jr. is located at 1200 North Harbor Boulevard in Anaheim, next to former corporate headquarters office at 401 Carl Karcher Way until 2003, when the company was headquartered to the larger 500 feet north of the original location, 1325 North Anaheim Boulevard in Anaheim, and then moving again in 2018 to Franklin, Tennessee. There were 4 Carl's Jr. restaurants in Orange County by the end of the 50s. Donald F. Karcher, Carl's younger brother, would later become the company's president. Carl was operating 24 restaurants in Southern California. Carl Karcher Enterprises in 1966 and launched a major expansion in 1968. The menus were lifted for faster service with charbroiled hamburgers, hot dogs, fries, and malts. By 1975, there were 100 Carl's Jr. locations in Southern California. Carl's Jr. celebrated success by building an Anaheim corporate headquarters in 1976, being the first QSR chain to offer salad bars in all 200 locations. The first out-of-state restaurant opened in Las Vegas in 1979. Sales exceeded the $100 million mark by the end of the decade. The company hired its 10,000th employee in 1980 and doubled its employee count in just 3 years. They had 300 restaurants in operation. Carl Karcher Enterprises became a publicly held company, and in 1984, Carl's Jr. was franchised for the first time. Expanded during the decade with the addition of the Western Bacon Cheeseburger, breakfast items, the charbroiled chicken sandwich line, and self-service soda fountains. By the end of the decade, sales topped $480 million at 534 restaurants. And they had first international units in the Pacific Rim. Carl's Jr. was one of the first chains to introduce debit card payment system, inviting customers to use their ATM cards in restaurants. In 1988, Karcher's family were accused of insider trading by the SEC, and they had sold large quantities of stock before the price dropped. Karcher just agreed to a settlement with SEC and paid more than $500,000 in fines. Carl's Jr. had struggled to gain access in Arizona and Texas, perhaps diminishing hopes of expansion in other states. Though later states like Nevada, Oregon, and Washington proved successful, during the 90s, Karcher and the board of directors began clashing often publicly over marketing and business practices, including the chain's attempt at dual branding with such changes as the Green Burrito and its new advertising campaigns. Karcher was removed as chairman from the company by its board of directors on October 1st of 1993. Soon after, the board of directors took a new approach by cutting the menu, lowering prices, and introduced a new marketing campaign which targeted younger urban suburban males. Following Don Karcher's death in 1992, a new management team was installed in 1994, headed by William P. Foley, the CEO, and President and Chief Operating Officer Tom Thompson. It became a subsidiary of CKE Restaurant Holdings. If it doesn't get all over the place, it doesn't belong in your face campaign. And of course, Carl's Jr. introduced the thick burger line with a half-pound $6 burger with sister chain Hardee's in 2003. Of course, Carl's Jr. had hand-scooped ice cream shakes by 2005. In 2008, Carl Karcher, the founder, died at the age of 90, suffering from Parkinson's disease. And the Carl's Jr. locations flew their flags half-staff in his memory. And of course, in 2020, they abandoned indoor dining to combat the COVID-19 pandemic. They can still order through drive-thru pickup or takeaway service. Of course, they opened their 200th restaurant in Mexico. The brand first entered the market back in 1991. And there's locations in Australia, Belarus, Bolivia, Brazil, Cambodia, Western Canada, Chile, China, Colombia, Costa Rica, Denmark, Dominican Republic, Ecuador, France, Guatemala, Honduras, India, Indonesia, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Nicaragua, Panama, Russia, Singapore, Spain, Thailand, Turkey, and Vietnam. And they had many advertisements over the years with a few names to note off: Heidi Klum, Ronda Rousey, Hayden Panettiere, Kate Upton, Kim Kardashian, Paris Hilton. Dennis Rodman, of course, did it, but he was fined for $50,000, $25,000, and $50,000. They were pulled. The signature phrase, "That's hot" for the spicy barbecue $6 burger. Wow. And the All Natural campaign was done by former model Charlotte McKinney, the All Natural burger, during this Super Bowl. And in March 2017, Carl's Jr. released a commercial featuring Weinberg character Carl Hardy Sr. and Carl Jr. And the Call of Carl's campaign featured Matthew McConaughey, who did the voiceover. Hard to believe that. And of course, they're famous for their charbroiled burgers, a single, double, and triple bacon beast burgers, the famous Star of Cheese, Beyond Famous Star of Cheese, Super Star of Cheese, Western Bacon, double Western Bacon cheeseburger, the Big Carl, the really Big Carl, Big Hamburger, the original Angus burger, the guacamole bacon Angus burger, and the jalapeno Angus burger. Now for chicken and more, they have the hot honey hand-bread chicken sandwich, hand-bread chicken sandwich, bacon Swiss hand-bread chicken sandwich, the hand-bread chicken tenders 3 and 5 piece, 6-piece chicken stars, 9-piece chicken stars, charbroiled chicken club sandwich, Santa Fe chicken sandwich, barbecue chicken sandwich, spicy chicken, and beer battered fish sandwich. For the breakfast burritos, they had bacon beef, steak and egg loaded, Big Country, and bacon, egg, and cheese. For breakfast sandwiches, bacon beef biscuit, the breakfast burger, grilled cheese breakfast sandwich, sausage, egg, and cheese biscuit, bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit, the monster biscuit, and biscuits and gravy. For their breakfast sweets, they had French toast dips and hash browns. For green burritos, the green burrito, grilled burrito, BRC burrito, bean and cheese, crunchy beef taco, chocolate chicken soft taco, taco salad, chicken taquitos, 4 cheese quesadillas, super nachos, chips, guacamole, and a Coke de Mexico. For sides and desserts, they had crisp cut fries, natural cut french fries, jalapeno poppers, onion rings, fried zucchini, hand scooped ice cream shakes, chocolate cake, strawberry swirl cheesecake, and a chocolate chip cookie. And of course, for beverages, they had Coca-Cola products, bottled water, coffee, and for their all-star meals, 3-piece hand-breaded chicken tenders and double cheeseburger and spicy chicken sandwich meals. Now, Carl's Jr. has been very big on the West Coast. I hope they come to the East Coast real soon, so we'll keep a good thought about that. But anyway, that's all I have to say about Carl's Jr. It's a great restaurant chain, so if you haven't tried their burgers yet, if you guys live on the West Coast, you guys will definitely want to give that a try. So that's going to do it for tonight on ProSphere 421. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you tomorrow for more videos. Until then, take care, stay safe, and have a good night.